Hello everyone, this is Paris. Welcome to Budgetholics. I'm on vacation right now, so this is a new set. Bear with me, I'll try to improve it in the future. I'll also have to rely on some good old paper notes for this video, which is about the new infrastructure bill, or the new crypto bill, as you may know it. So in today's video, we're going to talk about what this bill has to do with crypto, what happened with the bill, what negative connotations the bill might have for crypto, and whether this bill is as bad as people think it is. If you're interested in personal finance, investing, and wealth building, please hit the like button as this helps me immensely with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Since the end of last week, a discussion of a new $1.5 trillion infrastructure bill was circulating in the media. In this bill, there was a section about tax reporting crypto requirements, so this is where crypto comes in. In what POM called a guesstimate, they are assuming that this section will fund $28 billion of the entire bill. But what's the problem with that? The language of the bill regarding crypto is concerning. Specifically, it expands the definition of what's considered a broker. A broker is a platform such as Coinbase, which allows you to buy and sell and trade crypto. If you're not already signed up to Coinbase, you can do so using the link down in the description and earn $10 worth of Bitcoin with your first deposit of $100 or more. You can also earn up to $250 if you sign up to BlockFi, which allows you to earn interest on your crypto. So the definition of what a broker is quite clear for most of us. However, the problem with the language of the bill is that it expands the definition to anyone responsible for and regularly providing any service effectuating transfers of digital assets. This is one problem with crypto. Some consider it an asset, some consider it a form of money, and there isn't a consensus of what is what. The problem with the expanded definition is that anyone, including a miner, a software developer, even a business that in some form participates in a crypto transaction or allows a crypto transaction will be considered a broker. If you've signed up to any crypto broker such as Coinbase, you must remember that during the sign-up process, you were asked to provide a proof of address, a selfie, a photo of your passport, a utility bill, or any other document verifying your identity. And this is common practice. It's called KYC, Know Your Customer, and it has been established as a requirement for most financial institutions. The same holds for banks. However, a miner just mining crypto or a software developer uploading an NFT on the Ethereum blockchain doesn't have to conform to the same requirements. Many senators realized that the wording was problematic and a series of exchanges of opinions and amendments came through. However, the problem is that the final amendment needed to be approved unanimously. Senator Shelby from Alabama voted against the amendment because he wanted an extra $50 billion for spending within the infrastructure bill. Without meaning to sound ageist, I doubt that an 87-year-old knows anything about what a cryptocurrency is and whether this amendment was good or bad. Now, despite of what you may think about him, Ted Cruz made a speech raising some very interesting points. This is not a politics channel and I won't discuss policies. However, we should take a statement at its core and see whether we agree or not.
Cryptocurrencies, and it will endanger the privacy of many Americans in cryptocurrencies. This is wrong. So I applaud my colleagues for trying to find an incremental approach. Unfortunately, because the senator from Vermont objected, that incremental approach hasn't been adopted. So let's exercise a brief, shining moment of common sense. And let's recognize, if we've gathered all 100 senators in this chamber and asked them to stand up and articulate two sentences defining what in the hell a cryptocurrency is, that you would not get greater than 5 who could answer that question. Given that reality, the barest exercise of prudence would say we shouldn't regulate something we don't yet understand. We should actually take the time to try to understand it. We should hold some hearings. We should consider the consequences. We shouldn't destroy people's lives and livelihoods from complete ignorance.
His argument is that since cryptocurrencies are something new and something senators don't know about, regulating them might create more problems than those problems it solves. The amendment was downvoted, and the legislation passed the Senate with the original problematic wording. This still has to go through the House. The whole section is based on the assumption that crypto helps with tax evasion. We've all heard stories about offshores and the black market. It existed much before that and will continue to exist regardless of whether crypto is regulated or not. The drawback of this problematic wording is that these rules are not on par with traditional finance rules. For example, when you go and buy a cup of coffee using fiat currency, you're not required to provide a bank statement to prove that you are who you are. Practically, imagine the queues that would form even if everyone was willing to give up their data. Also consider the rage people would have against an employee that isn't his fault and the invasion they would themselves feel. Also consider the unfair burden put on businesses. Of course, as you know, if you go and buy a cup of coffee, which I do not approve by the way, you're not required to give them anything. Some cash or your credit card will do. This is the drawback, but the bill might have something positive. This is the first time crypto, a novel technology, is viewed as a legitimate source of funding for traditional government investments such as road and infrastructure. This is quite inspirational. It also pushes crypto more into the mainstream. This could enable more retail investors to invest in crypto, and it could also nudge more institutional investors to store some of their reserves in cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. And the market participants seem to agree. If we check the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, or whatever other cryptocurrency you're watching, you'll see that in the past week, prices have just been going up. If this was as catastrophic as people were saying, we would surely have witnessed a crash or at least a significant correction. But this is not the case, apart from the expected volatility in the cryptocurrency sphere within a week. All in all, I think that despite the problems that need to be solved and might be solved when the bill goes to the House, this is overall positive news for the cryptoverse. However, I'd love to hear your thoughts and your comments about the crypto bill from an investment standpoint. Let's keep the politics apart for now. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button and share it with anyone you think might find it useful. Until we meet again, don't stop investing. Cheers.